Welcome back to Crypto Tax Club, where you win the tax game like the whales do. I want to give you a quick update on Bitcoin and then talk about inflation before getting into Radio Kaka. So here's a chart of Bitcoin, and it looks like Bitcoin is going sideways since this afternoon. There really isn't enough volume to pop back up to an all-time high, and it looks like it's consolidating. But the good thing is that we aren't even close to being overbought territory, so there's plenty of room to go up from here. The global market cap is a little above 3.01 trillion, so a little bit below the all-time high of 3.07 trillion. I think overall, everything is looking great, and I know all of us are waiting for another leg upwards. What I do want to talk about is inflation. Some of you might be in cryptocurrency because you want to make life-changing wealth, while some are trying to preserve your wealth. Well, regardless, I think looking at inflation numbers and how different asset classes perform relative to one another is important. So on Wednesday, the CPI numbers, which is the Consumer Price Index, was released. CPI is a measure of the average change over time in the price paid for a market basket of goods. A lot of people look at CPI and inflation to be hand in hand. It was reported that the CPI jumped to 6.2%, which is one of the largest surges since 1990. So what does this mean? This means that the money sitting in your bank today is going to be worth less in a year from now. Sometimes we don't realize how much prices have increased over the years. So this is the CPI report. Take a look at some of these items. Used cars have jumped 26.4% compared to last year. New vehicles jump up 10%. Gasoline is up staggering 49.6%, and meat is up 11.9%. While the CPI states that in total there was an increase of 6.2% in prices over the last year, a lot of these items are up significantly more. Some of these numbers, such as rent and medical services, has been stagnant, and airline fare has actually decreased. So it's really skewing the total CPI figures. So I created this chart comparing cash versus other assets like Bitcoin, real estate, and the S&P 500 index. There are a couple of assumptions that were made. First is that inflation for the first year is 6.2%, and the remaining years is 3.5%. I also made the assumption that Bitcoin would increase a conservative 20% return. For real estate and S&P 500, I assume based on the historic average. If you invested $100,000 today and held each asset for the next 15 years, the buying power of your cash in today's money will only be worth $51,935. So you will lose 50% of its value just by holding cash. Obviously, none of us should be holding a lot of cash. Wealth is only created by investing it. So if you invest in real estate or the index funds for the next 15 years, your real estate would be worth $253,000, and the money in the index fund would be worth $160,000 in today's dollar. However, Bitcoin at a 20% annual return and adjusted for inflation will be worth just over $1 million. I mean, there's no comparison, and I don't know any other asset class that can achieve these returns. Alright, so let's talk about Radio Kaka. Considering that Bitcoin is going sideways, Raka actually hit an all-time high again today of 0.0089. It has since fell a little bit, but what is exciting is that we are closing in on the top 100 coin. Vitaly, who is the head of marketing for Raka, tweeted exactly what I was saying, where we will hit the top 100 soon, and sooner or later we will hit the top 50. And before I forget, if you guys aren't following Vitaly's Twitter, please make sure you follow him because he is one of the first ones to give updates. His Twitter handle is Vitaly_USM. So if we hit the top 50 coin, Raka will need a market cap of 4.1 billion. So Raka will need to be 3x the price right now. When Raka hit an all-time high earlier today, it actually hit the top 100 coin, which is a big achievement. So whoever is still holding, congratulations. I hope to see you all in Metaverse in our mansions and Lamborghinis. I hope you guys found this video informational. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a great night.